Good morning, everybody. How are we this morning? So happy to see everybody on this Monday. um, okay, just waiting for the live to come on. And what we're going to do is check to see. There we go. And it looks like it's on. And it looks like Jane's on here. Happy birthday, Jane. Oh my gosh, so happy to happy birthday. So happy to happy birthday. We'll have to do lunch sometime. So I'm just looking at it because the comments are down here. So yeah, happy to see everybody today. We're going to start with doing the onions, and we usually start with doing the onions. So we're going to cut up the onions, and we're going to make a little, I have no idea what, because I just, I just don't know what to do with these peas. I have all these peas. I bought like a 50-pound bag of peas, and from Wayne at Wayne's Grain and Milling, and I didn't know the bag was going to be that big. Oh, hey, hi, Kathy. Hi, everybody. Good morning. So I bought this 50-pound bag of peas, and they're like they're sort of a yellow pea, you know, like for yellow split pea soup kind of thing, only they're bigger, and they're really, really nice. And this onion just doesn't want to come apart here this morning for some reason. So anyway, other than pea soup, what I've discovered is that when you cook these peas, they are very much like chickpeas. And so the chickpeas are you know, really good in Indian foods and things like that. Sorry. I'm a little gravelly this morning. Oh my gosh, maybe it's from the thunderstorm last night. I don't know if we still have allergies out there or not, but anyways, whatever, you do what you can do, and nobody's perfect, and I'm all about not perfection. So we just have fun anyway, no matter what. So when I cut my onion, I do it, everybody's used to watching me do it like this. So you go one way, and then you go the other way, and cut that up. And so what we have in the pan here, I always start with just water in the pan. And then in this case, I'm going to put the onion in. Somebody said they really love how I cut up onions. It's so funny. I mean, I'm just so not professional. And I have to say, I do a better job when I'm standing up, for sure. It's a little more awkward sitting down and doing the, you know, any other cooking sitting down, like I'm not used to sitting down and cooking. But my kitchen's got a really funny shape, and so I can't really put the camera over the stove because the hood's in the way, and then you wouldn't see me and you wouldn't see the food at the same time. So what we have here, we have onions. We're going to get these going. Just a little bit of water. And I accidentally broke one of my garlic tops, and it just smells so amazing. So and I nibbled on it, but it's pretty tough, right? Garlic leaves pretty tough unless you get the scapes, which these ones aren't ready yet. So I'm just going to put him in here for flavoring. And then this is a horseradish leaf, and I didn't really realize that they're edible, and so you can use the small ones in salads and things like that, and you can eat this raw too, but I'm just going to put it in here for extra flavoring. So we have the onions. We're going to wait for them to cook down a little bit, and then we have the garlic and the horseradish. And so while we're waiting for that to heat up, what I thought we would do is make a smoothie. And so we're going to make a little bit of a wild food smoothie. But first thing, we did this before, and it worked out really well, like super well. So what I have here is I started mashing them, and then I thought, oh, I should show you guys. I should show you what I'm doing before I start doing it. So I have just grapes, and these are grapes from a friend of ours, had a grapevine with all kinds of grapes on it. but the grapes have seeds in them, and so I have no time to deal with that. And so I just threw them all in the freezer. And so they have, as you can see, the stems and the grapes and the seeds and the everything. And so what I've done is I put them in you can see that it's one of those double boilers with the holes in the bottom of the top half. And so I just pulled them out of the freezer. You know, what could be easier or better? Pulled them out of the freezer, mash them with a potato masher, and you have fresh, natural, organic grape juice, just like that. So, so that's super awesome. So we're going to use this as the base for the smoothie. And as you guys know, I'm going to make some room here, my little tiny spot. As you know, I have the ancient Vitamix, and so we're going to put the grape juice in first. And what I'll do, so I wasn't really thinking about how I was going to do this part, so I'm just going to hold that over there, because if a little bit of grape juice gets in with our peas, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so we're going to pour some of the grape juice in here. Fresh pressed, natural, organic grape juice. Oh my God, I'm so funny. So, anyways, okay, so we have a little bit of grape juice. That's all that's in here. What we're going to do is add some cucumber. Cucumber is so full of vitamins and minerals, anti-inflammatory. It's, oh my gosh, it's just so good for you, and full antioxidants. And so we're going to put some cucumber in here. And I didn't really talk about the grapes too much, but the grapes are super important because they have resveratrol in them. And the resveratrol is super, super important, especially for your immune system during these times. I was really researching a lot about the whole COVID thing, and oh, there we go. There's our comments. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kathy. Hi, Darlene. Yay, horseradish. Actually, you know, I should pull up some of the root too, and I will work with it more. I'd like to like it grows so well, but I always feel bad when I use the root too much because I don't want to stress the plant, but they're pretty tough. Anyways, okay. So the resveratrol in the grapes, especially the red grapes, are super important for the immune system, and they especially studied it because it has something to do with the ingredients in one of the treatments that they're using for this virus. So I think it's called remdesivir. Anyway, there's a relationship there between, you know, I went down the whole line of the from the riboflavins to the resveratrol and the remdesivir. I think it's how it's pronounced. Anyway, eat your red grapes. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. But only if they're organic, because grapes happen to have the most chemicals, and they hang on to the most pesticides of any other food besides peanuts. And so grapes, they seem to concentrate the chemicals and the pesticides. And you can find that information in the Diet for a Poison Planet. Lists all of the different pesticides and chemicals in all of the foods, like everything from your vegetables, fruits and vegetables and everything, right down to things like ketchup and even condiments, condiments, packaged foods, even alcohols, like different kinds of wines and things. It lists all the chemicals and pesticide levels of each thing. And so that tells you, you know, what you need to buy organic the most. And grapes are super high on that list. Onions seem to repel the pesticides and the chemicals, so onions are one of the ones that is naturally, you know, it's not as important to get them organic. So, back to the beautiful grape juice and the cucumbers. We're going to add a collard. A lot of times I'll use spinach in my smoothies. I'm going to cut this. I was going to tear it. Should I tear it or should I cut it? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna tear it, and then I'm gonna cut it because I don't want to drive you guys crazy with trying to get the blender all struggling. Although it's Vitamix, it's strong and tough. Okay, so we have collards. I don't like to use a lot of fruit in my smoothies because I want more vegetables, because we just don't get enough vegetables. So the more vegetables you can get in your smoothies, the better. This here, I've got my blender in the way here, is the, it's an apple. I'm very distracted this morning. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the thunderstorm last night. Oh my God, you guys. That was just crazy. We're not used to that. That was just quite the rainstorm. So anyways, anyway, I seem very distracted. So the apples, this is one of my organic apples off my tree, and they're still here. They're still here. This is seriously June. Can you believe that already? And so I'm super happy to still have apples that are usable in June from last year. Super awesome. If you have a fruit tree, it's so, it's just, there's nothing like your own homegrown fruit. Okay, so we have the apple in here, and I'm going to add kale. And this is the kale from last year from the garden. So I'm going to add that. And so this is going to be pretty much like a energizing, refreshing smoothie for, for energy. Energizing for energy. Hi. So, okay, so the grape juice, the apple, the cucumber. And what I want to do too is I have, I've been showing you guys a lot of weeds and what they're good for, and the dandelions and the difference, and how to tell a dandelion and a chickweed and everything. And what I've been researching a little bit more is the actual content. Like, we know that dandelions are really, really good for you and for your liver, and the dandelion root is super good for it's good for skin, the blood, everything. But what I wasn't really thinking about was the mineral content, and I've been looking at that lately. And it's like a superfood, like the dandelions, the chickweed. There's a little bit of chickweed here, if you can see that, the little chickweed. And I was using them specifically in medicinal tinctures and medicinal specific things. And what I had not really thought about was this is a superfood, and we can add these to our smoothies to get them into us in a fresh way. So I researched that a little bit more over the weekend, and it really is like a free superfood. So we're going to start adding that. And so we have the plantain here as well. And then again, typically for the plantain, I've always talked about it being really good for the skin. It's really good fresh if you're out on the trail and you get bit by something, or you have some sort of skin rash or stinging nettles or something. It's really good for the skin. It's got all these different wonderful things, but I'm buying a lot of greens and I use a lot of supplements, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, really, these are supplements, and so we're going to stick them in as well. And just a tiny bit, I don't know if you guys can see it here, I still have my lovely wall lettuce pieces. Now this one, I put this in, I made, this is the wall lettuce, it's either a Mycellus muralis or a Lactuca muralis, but anyways, it has the calming, pain-killing properties. And so I did make a salve with this last week, and it's very interesting the salve was very interesting because, you know, I put it in a little bit of olive oil and then I simmered it for, oh, I didn't simmer it. I'm lying. I didn't simmer it. I put it in my little tiny crock pot and I put it on warm for about 4 hours. So it wasn't simmered. It was just on warm. And so anyway, the olive oil turned really dark green. And it was very, very thick. And it was interesting because I put it on our feet to see, you know, like, I mean, I don't really have sore feet, but Dino kind of does. And it was really warm and tingly. So the effect of the wall lettuce was really quite interesting. And so, yeah, I'm going to work with that more. But anyway, it's completely an edible plant. If you're out in the bush or wherever and you're hungry, you can eat the wall lettuce. And it's pretty mild. It's not as mild or nice as the chickweed, but it's pretty good. So, okay, we're back to this is demanding my attention, and so I need to see if everything is in the smoothie. Oh, I was going to add a little bit of astragalus powder to the smoothie too, because like I said, this is going to be an energizing one to keep me going for the day, so that because I want to get out in the garden. I still don't have all my seedlings in. And I felt so sorry for the plants last night. Oh my gosh, that rain came down so hard. I on some of my tender ones that were little, I actually put upside down pots over them because what was it, 2 days ago, it rained hard again. And they were all like, you know, they were just like so wilted. And so I covered them, thankfully. I put the big 1 gallon black buckets on top of them just before because I thought, oh, they're going to get super wet again. They haven't had a chance to dry out well. I had no idea it was going to come down like hail. So, like hail. It came down like hail. And so I need to get out there and, oh my gosh. I hope we're finished with the wild weather. Seriously, that's, you know, I mean, how are you supposed to grow anything in that? It's pretty hard on the plants. They're all kind of, you know, not too happy. Okay, so I put the, back to the smoothie. I put the grape juice in. I am going to add the rest of that grape juice just because I think I need a little bit more liquid. And so we're going to add that in. So that'll give us sweetness too, but not too much. Like I said, I don't really I like fruit smoothies as a treat, but not as a health supplement. Okay, I'm going to make noise, you guys, and I always need the little towel to cover this, and oh, my lid's over there. Okay, got the lid. So we'll make a little noise here. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be, it's going to be watery because it's mostly watery things in there. There's no banana or anything like that to thicken it up. Isn't that beautiful? So it's so pretty, and it will because it has a lot of bubbles from the blender. So it will kind of separate a bit, and I'll just give it a stir when the bubbles come out. But it's awesome. That is going to be really good. And again, I'm tempted to have a sip, but I've learned that if I drink and then try and speak, I tend to choke. I don't know. I don't think I leave myself enough time. So anyway, okay, these onions and garlic. That stuff's going to come out, of course, you know, at the end. Like, we're not going to be trying to chow down the garlic leaves and the horseradish. Okay, so what I have here is these beautiful peas that I was saying from Wayne's Grain and Milling in Port Alberni, and they're like, I don't know what kind of pea. They're like a hard pea. And I just cooked these, so I'm going to dump them in. And it's interesting, they have the little, I don't know if you can see it, but what happened when I cooked it, they have the little shells all attached. And that came unattached, I mean. And that's really interesting because I don't know why they did that, but you can kind of see the skin of the peas came apart. But I'm sure they have goodness in them, so I'm leaving them in. And like I said, we're really winging it today. I have not a clue what to do because I love oh, there we go. Hey, Judy, there you go. I saw somebody new come on. Yeah, so I love doing the Indian dishes. And so a couple weeks ago we did an Indian, whatever it was, I can't remember. And then we did a Moroccan dish too. And some people around here don't like curry or too many Moroccan spices. So if I can't use curry and I can't use a garam masala, I'm like, let's try miso. So we're going to try that. We're going to try and make a Indian dish without having it taste Indian. Too Indian. East Indian. Or whatever kind of Indian. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I love all Indian food. And, you know, I mean, I love all ethnic foods. So we're going to put a little bit of miso in there. That was the end of my miso. Miso is really good for you as a flavoring for your soups and whatever. It's naturally fermented, and so it's really good for the intestinal bacteria. It has all kinds of nutrition, and so it's really miso is a great flavoring. Like instead of a chicken stock or a veggie stock or whatever it is that you would use for flavoring or stock, kind of like has that bit of a soy sauce taste or flavor to it. So it's really, really good to use that way and very natural. And I'm not sure where Monique is, but I did it again. I added the miso too early. Ideally, you should add it when you're just finishing the meal. I'm not going to heat this up too much more anyway because my onions are already cooked and my peas are already cooked. But the miso really, because it is naturally fermented, you don't want to heat it up too much. So what I'm going to do is I have this is minced garlic, and I'm going to add 2 heaping tablespoons because I want lots of flavor. And oh, there we go. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. Actually, I'm going to add a level tablespoon. This is minced onion, dried minced onion, and that was dried minced garlic. So what I've found, if you use the dried minced the dry minced onion, it has a very, very strong concentrated flavor. So it I don't know, it brings out something that's too much. So if you're going to use the dried minced onion, in my opinion anyway, I find it overpowers things, so I use less of it. Whereas I use the minced dried garlic liberally because it's just the most fantastic thing on the planet. So the other thing I was going to do, of course, is turmeric. Gotta love turmeric. It's all anti-inflammatory. Everybody knows it has the curcumin. It has the all the things for inflammation. Like you can make this into a golden milk. They call it golden milk, and it's you need to add black pepper to activate it, and it's really good for any kind of pain, inflammation, arthritis. Very effective and very yummy when it's made with the golden milk because you add a coconut milk to it. So a little bit of pepper because the black pepper activates it. And the other thing I'm going to add is a little bit of yellow mustard seed to it. And to try and bring out some of those Eastern spices without any curry taste. I'm going to add a brown mustard as well. Because the mustards really bring out the heat. And they really, there's so many benefits to the mustard as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there. And I was going to do, oh yes, always, I love to use cayenne. And so, good amount of cayenne to that. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, I'm going to turn this off and show you the, see the miso's on top. Oh my god, it's so funny. Okay, and I'm just seeing if I missed anything. Oh yes, I have some rice that I had from last night. And so we're going to add the rice too. Anything, you know, I was saying last week that I try and cook things to where I have leftovers that I can use in something else, because I am all about fast 15-minute meals, and anything you can do to make the meal get together faster, I'm all about that. And healthy too. You know, the quicker you cook it and the less you cook it, the healthier it's going to be. So you can see that miso, whoops, the miso is right there. And so we're just warming this up, and this could actually be, because the, oh, I can smell the mustard and the garlic. This could actually be used like as a cold salad in, you know, instead of potato salad or bean salad, or in this case, a pea salad. So we have the lovely pea salad here. And yeah, doesn't that look cool? Okay, so you know what? I am going to take a chance. I can't stand it. I'm going to take a chance and taste it. I didn't add any salty anything, but the miso should do that. Okay, so hang on there. I'll breathe after. It's really good. Awesome. Could use a little bit of the Himalayan sea salt. Because I didn't add a lot of miso, I'm just going to turn it off here. I don't want to cook too much. But you know what? I think, okay, breathe in, swallow. I think that this is really going to be a really great summer dish. Kind of like a bean salad. And you could do all kinds of things with it. But yeah, so you could add either more miso, get a little bit saltier, or I'm just searching around here for my salt, which seems to have disappeared to over there, but that's okay. I'll just add some after. But this is really good. This looks really good, and it turned out really good. There you go. New recipe. So hey, how about suggestions for the names of what I just made, since I didn't know what it was going to be till I finished. Okay, third thing on the agenda. See, our smoothie is separating. All the grape juice falling to the bottom. So I'll let the foam get, I'll just do a little stir and then drink that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we have, I'll put that there. We're going to get the salad together, because people have been asking why I don't make my beautiful looking salads on my live. And you know, like what I try to do with you guys is cook what I need to cook, you know, for what I need to eat, or what we need to eat. And so I don't really like making the salads at 11 o'clock in the morning, but I'm just going to put it in the fridge and it's going to be just fine. So we're going to start with the most beautiful collard leaf. And this is from the beautiful collard leaf, and the beautiful lettuce is from Joanne Callender at One Tree Farm here in Port Alberni. And their produce is ready way before mine, and beautiful. Look at these, the chives. Aren't they just amazing? And so I got a garden box, and it had the, this one got a little bit wilty already, spinach and all of this beautiful stuff. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to move this aside for the moment and cut up the collards. So I do use a lot of collards. Like I have collards in my garden from last year, but they don't look nearly as beautiful as this. And I'm growing new ones, so that's a really good thing. It's super easy to grow. You know, you guys should really grow collards if you can't. I'll just move over here so you can see. And so I roll them up, in case you didn't notice. I rolled it up because I want to make it really fine. And I do this with my kale because you actually absorb more of the nutrients in kale and collards and those harder vegetables that are more, you know, the leaf structure is tougher. And so I cut it really, really thin, and then I cut it again crossways, kind of like rice, you know, to make it to the size of rice. And that brings it into being more easily digestible. Because especially with kale, you want to, you know, there's a lot of recipes out there with massaging it or helping to break it down. And of course, adding apple cider vinegar is a really good thing to add to it, or even a little bit of natural salt to help it to break down. And for the kale, and in this case also collards. I didn't bring any kale because I've already got kale in my smoothie, although I could have added kale. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in my beautiful bowl. My beautiful bowl, here I'll show you, and I did wash everything. All the produce was, I always wash it before I put it in the fridge. And so everything was pre-washed as well as my hands. And so this beautiful bowl, you see that? Isn't that awesome? This was a gift from a good friend of mine, Giselle. Thank you, Giselle. I'm so honored. So these guys here, and you know, all washed and everything, I'm just going to tear them. This is just the most beautiful, whatever kind of lettuce it is. I'm not really sure, but it's beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to design the salad. And so we put, usually what I'll do, since people are asking, they've been asking how I make the salads, I'll do my kale or cabbage or whatever my dark green greens are, whatever my dark green greens are. And often I'll use the chard, or in the winter when we don't have much variety, I'll use a bok choy. And so, you know, both the dark parts and the white parts, and I'll use that instead of lettuce. Because I never buy iceberg lettuce, ever. And I do like romaine once in a while. I mean, who doesn't love a Caesar salad? Garlic is just like the most amazing thing ever. And especially in a Caesar salad. And I do have a Caesar salad recipe I should share with you guys one of these days. Okay, here's the beautiful spinach. And so with the stems, now this is important. With the stems, it has concentrated nutrition. And I didn't grab the parsley that she gave me. The parsley is beautiful. But if you use parsley or any of these stems, cut them like on an angle. I don't know if I can show you guys, but you wanna expose the most of the inside of the stem. So you cut it kind of like on the diagonally, whatever you call that. So you want to get it like that because the nutrition in the stems, it breaks open the cell walls and it's like concentrated in the stems. So really important to, if you're using your stems as a health food, they have a lot in them. Okay, so there's that. So I just kind of mix that around there. I cut up that little stem, and these are the spinach stems. Should have done that with the collard stem. Anyway, okay, so we're going to add some chives, beautiful baby chives, and I'm just going to fold them up for convenience. I need a bigger workspace. Okay, so chives. I wonder if that works with the chives. Okay, I'm going to cut them on an angle too. put these chives on here. I love chives and onions. Oops, wrong bowl. Okay, move my bowl back over here. Okay, so we have some chives. We have the beautiful lettuce. We'll move the chives around. The other thing that we can do is, and this is really good too. These are, get it so you can see it. These are blackberry leaves. Trying to think, and so, whoops. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's on the floor. Here's another one. It's a blackberry leaf. I'll hold my other hand to catch it. And so anyways, any of your edible berry leaves are full of nutrition and like a superfood as well, because it's the new growth of the plant. And so it's like concentrated vitamins and minerals in the leaf of the plant. So you can grab a bunch of these and put them in. I got, I picked quite a few here. They're really tiny. But you can put those in, and then I also did the blackberry leaves, and you can put those in the smoothies too. And then I have dandelion too, and same thing. You could chop it up really fine. I'm just gonna rip it up really fine and add the dandelion. So anything bitter helps you digest, and the dandelions are bitter, so this helps to aid in digestion. The dandelion, fantastic in a smoothie as well. And then I found there's not very many right now, and there's okay, I'm just looking at the comments here. There aren't very many, but these are the baby growth of the fir trees, the little needles. And we worked with those earlier, a couple weeks ago, when they were really like prolific. And we put them like in a water and made a vitamin C drink out of them. But anyway, you can add these really tender needles. They kind of have a grapefruity, lemony taste, so I add a bit of a zing to the salad. And so it's getting to be a little too late for them right now, but there's a few out there if you really look. And so, yeah, see, there's another, I don't know if you can see that. So it just has little bites. And so when you're going through and you're eating your salad, you're like, oh, that's really unusual. So here's another blackberry baby leaf. And you can use the salmon berries as well. I'll be working with those. And then the other thing that I gathered yesterday was rose petals, wild rose. Make sure they're in a place where they're clean and organic wild rose flowers. I mean petals. And so these, I ate some while we were walking, and they're so sweet. They're super delicate sweet, and they just look super amazing. And because it was yesterday, they're a little dry, but they look really pretty. And so yeah, so that adds extra, and you want to make it, you know, colorful and pretty and appetizing. And you know, I can just, the smell of these roses is just amazing. And you don't, for people that are kind of like, ooh, you know, what are you doing putting flowers in your salad? You don't even notice it. Like, you really don't. It just adds extra nutrition. And I'm going to put some of these chive, the little chive flowers in. Add a little bit of extra zest with the chive flowers. And we've got lots of purpley happening. And that's going to add zest too from the chives. And I do still have my, from the other day, I have the red clover that we talked about the other day, and the anti-cancer properties of the red clover. And so I'm going to add the red clover flowers as well. And you can, I'll add the petals too. You can add the petals. The clover petals are totally edible, and they have all kinds of nutrients too. So we'll put some red clover. And I tried to, it's so funny, I guess I'm too late, But I tried to find dandelions, couldn't find any. I'm going to add an extra chive just because it's going to add such a beautiful oniony, chivy flavor to it. But I would have liked to have had some yellow dandelions, and I couldn't find any this morning. Okay, so can you guys see? That is so beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. We're going to add some sunflower seeds. Give it a little bit of crunch. And some pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are full of zinc, really good for the prostate, and so many other things. Pumpkin seeds are really good, so we've got those. And then we're going to, I'm going to do 2 different things. I'm going to do 3 different things. Oh my God, I'm run way over late. This is a blackberry that I made. I put blackberries in a jar with apple cider vinegar and honey last year, and it's the, oh my God, it's the most crazy, wonderful blackberry apple cider vinegar. Okay, so you want something light on a salad like this. You know, you don't want to add something super heavy and creamy as a salad dressing because you'll lose all those beautiful flavors. Okay, the other thing I am going to add is these shots, the probiotic shots, and this is like the juice off the sauerkraut and the kimchi, and you can get this at Healthy Habits, and it is like so beneficial for your intestinal flora, like intestinal bacteria. It's just amazing. So just dribble that over, and it's also this is the Korean one, so it's very spicy as well. And then I have this, which is super awesome. Someone gifted this to me. It's an apple cider vinegar with nettles in it. So we have the apple cider vinegar. Now what you can do is you can add some olive oil to this as well. But what we can do, this is going to be like the super spiciest salad. Daniel does like hot food. He likes spice. He just doesn't like curry things and Moroccan things. But we can add this. Ta-da! Our beautiful Moroccan oil that we made, Moroccan spice oil. And this is, oh, I'm going to shake it. It's, oh my God, it just turned out beautiful. And you can see the little seeds floating around. And so I'll add a little drizzle of that as well. So that's it. So we just had way too much fun today with too many things. And I'm sorry to keep you guys so long. I know I try and keep this short so that everyone has the time to participate. But anyway, okay, recap. We did the, for the new people that just came on, hi Mary, we did the smoothie with fresh pressed grapes and kale, and I think it was collards and some other beautiful, wonderful, healthy things. And so that's a smoothie. We did the peas with the, try and hold on to it. I see I've still got the miso at the top. Beautiful peas. It's like this is like a chickpea salad, only it's yellow peas instead of chickpeas, which can be eaten hot or cold, spicy, wonderful. And our beautiful wildflower wild salad. Oh my gosh, so nice to see everybody here. Okay, happy Monday. That is awesome. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. Let me know what else you would like to learn and see. And be sure to put that in the comments on the Facebook. And yeah, and we'll do more of whatever it is that you would like to experience, or if I can share it, or whatever you want to do. It's so fun to have everyone here live, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 11. Okay, have a really, really good day. We'll see you tomorrow.